Well, hello there, folks. Day 10 of my Tenerife jaunt. We'll start with a bit of news, very little bit of sport, then we'll mention a bit about yesterday. We're also going to cover again, got some further thoughts on the brand issues. I can't say case yet because I don't know if it's official, but we'll do that in a separate video. We're not going to do that this holiday, but it's the news of the day, and I've looked into it a bit more since, so I'll give you my thoughts. Might lose me a couple more subscribers. But that's just life. You've got to say it as you see it, folks. You've got to say it as you see it. Before we start, some condolences. It's to Iris. You may or may not know her. 84-year-old Iris. She was on this morning a couple of years ago with a new squeeze. Old Mohammed. He was a 34-year-old Egyptian. He'd come over with her. She'd met him over there. He was the love of her life. They've had 2 years together. And he's run off and left her with 25 grand. 25 grand of her money, which isn't that much really, I don't suppose. And some might say 25 grand for 2 years with a 50-odd year younger bloke isn't a bad swap. But she's not very happy. You may have seen her on this morning. They had her on a couple of occasions. She made people laugh with the stories of KY Jelly. I'm not going to go into it, folks. He obviously did. Maybe with the help of it. But it's not that kind of channel, so I'm not going down that road. Again, he obviously did. Anyway, he's left her, and she's upset about it. Sorry to Iris, but I would say, what would you have expected, lovey? Would you have expected anything more? I never really did. We'll go sport quickly, and then we're back to news. Richard Keys, he's got it in for Man United, hasn't he? He's got it in for him, good style. After they got battered yesterday, by all accounts, were pretty poor. I didn't get a chance to see them again with being away. I thought it would be an hard game, but he's gone into him good style. He doesn't like Eric. Heard him saying about at half-time when they were getting beat. I did hear that somewhere. Oh, Eric Ten Hag, who's he going to blame this time? He's blaming everybody but himself. He's got it in for Eric. Look, I would say this, Richard. I've got a quick list. If you don't mind me looking this way, folks, I've got a quick list for United fans. Shaw, Varane, Mount, Sancho, Anthony, Amrabat, have I said it right? I don't know. I've not even seen him yet, you see. Diallo. Mainu, is it Mainu? I think it's Mainu. He's not even played for us really yet. But I believe pre-season he was fantastic, and I think he would have started with Casemiro. And then Greenwood. We know he's not played for ENF, and we know he's gone. But if I'm right, and my maths is right, I'll look again. 3, 5, 6, 7. There's 9 players. Of those 9, were they all at the club? 4 would have started yesterday. The other 5 almost certainly would have been on the bench to give us a stronger bench. I would suggest that would give us a stronger team yesterday. I would suggest it would have given us more of a chance. So we're battling through a bit of an injury drought at the moment. It's an awful start, yes it is. And we've been beaten 3-1 home against Brighton. And that's a poor result. But Brighton are a team in the ascendancy. They're going to be top 6 this year. And for many years to come. They're a great team. So for all it's disappointing, and it is, it's not the end of the world that they beat us at our place. I'm not happy as a United fan. No United fan should be. But I'm not anywhere near yet throwing Eric Ten Hag under the bus. I rate him. I think he's going to do a job. Richard Keys, I don't rate at all. I've not got a minute for the guy. But that's just my thoughts. I don't know what yours are. Right. Joan Collins, I mentioned her yesterday. She was in the news again today. Once the old Joan, yeah. She says modern actresses on the red carpet. They're simply showing off. They're showing all the bits. They're showing the breasts. They're showing the cracks of the bums. They're just doing it for effect. Yeah, well, if I was a modern actress of today, I'd say, Joan, what about what you showing? Again, as I say, in the stud and the bitch, what were you doing that for if it wasn't for effect? You're showing a lot more than we show. Anyway, that's Joan Collins. She likes to stay relevant and likes to stay in the news. Right, I did say a few weeks ago, didn't I? I won't be watching, what is it? Wait a minute, I've got it here. My Mum, Your Dad. And I won't, and I didn't, and I haven't, and I'm not going to. But I've got a little confession to make. It's only a little one. I've read something in the newspaper today about, what's the guy's name? Wait a minute. Oh, Roger Hawes. All those that are watching it will know him. I believe he's gone down really well. I think they're calling him the Silver Fox. I think that's what they're calling him. I read his story, and I've got to say, I think it was a nice story. He come across as a really nice fella who's had a really nice marriage with a really sad ending. And I hope nothing but the best for you, Roger. I still won't be watching it, but I hope nothing but the best for you. Right. Oh, wait a minute. We mentioned this, was it a week ago? Simon Cowell announced that his young son was going to be on the next series of BGT, Britain's Got Talent. He's amazed him. He said it'll be the worst thing he's ever going to have gone through, having to judge his own son. My money on him is he getting to the lives, onto the TV. Most brilliant people don't even get on the television. I'm sure his son will. News now comes out that old Amanda, she's not happy. You know Amanda, the one that shows virtually everything, every week, sometimes 2 outfits a show. Not that I watch it, I just read about it. She's unhappy because she's got children and she thinks one of her kiddies could be involved. And I think she's put up her own daughter to do some kind of duo with Simon's young boy. And I think it's going to happen. Yeah, what she said was to Simon, this next series of BGT, I promise to do on a weekly basis my most revealing clothes of all time. I'm going to show even more as long as you let me daughter sing. He said, well, it's always good for viewers that. He said, so go on then, she can sing. She laughed at him afterwards. She said, ha ha ha, I was going to do it anyway. So they're on for you folks. Tell me what they like when you see it. Again, it's another show I won't watch, I can't watch. Absolute bloody drivel. But you the viewer, if you want to watch it, you feel free. Don't worry about it. Right, so I think this is, we're classed as day 10, but I've only done 9 days here up to now, as of yesterday. What did we get up to yesterday? Where did we go to? Oh, I went to a restaurant yesterday. If any of you get the chance to go and you're coming out here, have a dabble. I'd seen something by somebody I look at on YouTube, and they'd recommended a place called, good grief, what was it called? Seahorse. The Seahorse, right on the front. And they also recommended a dish. It was a soft tortilla with beef in, strips of beef in. One of the nicest things I've had since I've been here. Over about 5 or 6 different trips. Absolutely beautiful. If you get the chance to go, folks, it's well worth a look. I think they put themselves up as a tapas place, whereas you get lots of dishes for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 euros, so you can have 2 or 3 dishes as opposed to just one. And it was grand. It was really nice. And it worked for me, because for me, all I tend to have is meat-based dishes, as I said yesterday. I don't go for anything out the sea, and normally for me, tapas is always stuff out the sea. This was 50 at 50. I liked it, and I will go again. Not this time, but I will go again. On the way home, because I had an earlier night than normal last night, we still had a couple of drinks, but earlier than normal, my first earlier night of the whole holiday thus far, went into a place called, it's across from Kilcoynes, where I've never been in yet, by the way. I think it used to be called Food Court, Food Station, or something like that. It might change its name now. It's the one almost in the basement. It's weird because it's not in the basement, but it's under the road. You go down some stairs to it, not on the normal level. It's a bit lower. You go down some stairs or down one of those escalators. There was a bloke singing there. I have to say bloke because I don't know his name. He, dark hair, biggish black beard, probably 5'8", 5'10" tall, well tanned. He wasn't Asian, I say that, that's not being racist, but he had the look of Asian, and because of the big black beard, at first I thought he wasn't. I think he was a white English guy, probably Southerner, I think, but I might be wrong. It's Midlands, Southern, I know the same, totally different accents, but I can't remember which. I've had a drink and a sleep since then. But he was really good. I didn't catch his name. I didn't see him on a poster, so I can't recommend him to anybody, which is why I've described him. But a very, very good voice, one of the best I've heard whilst I've been here. And I will take note of it, and next time we're here, probably have a look for him again. Might even look later this week, although I've got some plans for this week. And that's basically it. That was it for last night. Tonight, I think we're going to see old comedy again. I think we're going to go and watch him, so I'll report back tomorrow. We're meeting up with our friends and taking them there. And that, folks, is it from me today. I hope you're all well. I really do. Holiday-wise, I'm doing good. I say lost a couple of subscribers. I think they don't like me because I don't like Russell Brand. It's life, I don't. Whether he's guilty or not, I don't like him. We're all different. I think I gained some subscribers because people like people who I like. I lose some because they don't like me disliking some. But as I've said, I don't think it matters. At the end of the day, we should all have our own preferences and all our own likes. And that's why the comment section here will always be open for you to tell me when I'm wrong. And as I say, they'll never be taken down. They'll always be there. This is an honest channel. I'll tell you what I believe to be true. Or as they say, these young'uns say, and I hate the term, but I've used it a couple of times, my truth. But that doesn't mean say it's right. That doesn't mean say I'm right. But I do my best and I give it as I see it. As I say, the Russell Brand video will come next. I've moved my stance a little bit, one way. I can see pluses and minuses for both arguments, i.e. in being innocent or guilty. We'll air it in the next one. If you want to see it, it'll be up in the next half hour or so. Well, half an hour after this. Anyway, I do hope you're all well and have a great Sunday.